Hi again. I'm here on the stage of Theatre Raymond Cabaz in Los Angeles, and tonight we will start with Winter Grew Cold. It's a 6-minute short, and I think it's a very good way to start the illustration of l'amour and more. And tonight on this stage we welcome Cati and Desi Jevon. They produced, directed and wrote this beautiful film. And so before we talk about the film, maybe you can tell us a bit about yourself. Cati, you want to start?
Yes. So I am French. Have been here for quite a while now in Los Angeles. Dancer, choreographer on stage and for films, director, conceptual artist. I teach as well. So I have just a big department in the arts. So, yes.
Good. And you taught online? I saw some...
I'm teaching online now, yes,
yeah.
because all the studios are closed, of course, so, yes.
Yeah, I saw it was like every day.
Pretty much every day, yeah. Live classes, either on Zoom or Instagram, or, just trying to stay creative and to continue inspiring and be there for our students and inspiring people just to keep on just dancing and going and smiling.
That's
pretty
great.
Much. Yeah,
very inspiring.
Yeah.
And you, Desi?
I'm a director, choreographer, dancer, and I teach dance as well. I teach salsa, and I was born in California and I was raised in Hawaii, and here I am, Los Angeles.
Cool. And where do you teach salsa?
I teach at Athletic Garage Dance Center in Pasadena. We have live outdoor classes. Everybody's socially distanced, masks on, and at the Edge as well. But they're currently looking for a new home because unfortunately a lot of dance studios has closed down during this time. But they're still running. They just need to find a new home.
Okay, but you can teach outside. I saw some dance classes outside on parking lots. And
yeah,
things like
well, at Athletic Garage, they created they built a floor outside with lighting, and so we're able to teach outside. The teachers in the studio because there's a roll-up gate, but the students are outside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Great. And
We
so
all have to adapt to the situation now.
Yeah, well, everyone has to.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
So now that we know who you are, let's talk about Winter Grew Cold. So what inspired you to create this short film and why the romantic theme?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Cati, you
So
want to start?
it was, we were working together on a live stage, and Desi and I, we've been working for a long time together. And at this point, we were willing just to work together as partner, because Desi assisted me in the time I was my dancer, but this time was, okay, let's be together creating something. And because I'm from Grasse, the south of France, like the capital of the perfume, I wanted just to reach out to them and just propose an ad campaign. And I was just already thinking about a few things and trying to reach out to them. And I said to Desi, let's collaborate and then do something together. So we sat down one day and then just started just researching about Jean-Honoré Fragonard. And, so it came from that. It came from, let's pitch something to Fragonard. And then with the idea of just like diving into the painter and that whole story and that whole romanticism. And then he was painting lots of libertine paintings. And so, and him plus, so they took over his name, plus the scent, plus the sensation, like the ressenti, was a really nice way just to put a proposal together and just to start just writing stories or just pitching, I don't know how you say.
Commercial campaigns, and
Yes.
basically we came up with a bunch of stories. Even though if the commercial was going to be this much of the story, like it's usually a minute, we had to create a backstory and a full, like how the story ends, and then we just expanded on that. Eventually that campaign pitch fell through, But we had this amazing story that we created together, and we both wanted to work with each other, you know, on film. And so we both decided, like, let's film this beautiful story that we created. And you know, it started from a 1-minute commercial pitch to this 6-minute short film.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So the pitch was the perfume first,
Yes.
but then the story about projecting yourself in the future and looking in the past, and
Yes.
so where did you get the inspiration for that?
We went to a cafe, and we just had the writing pad out, and we're like, well, what if this and what if that, and you know, what if we center it around some poetry? And you know, we had a couple of stories that we were going to pitch them with 3 different campaigns, and we took the strongest one that we felt that that we could expand on immediately, like what spoke to us immediately, and that was Winter Grew Cold.
And also just being a man and a woman collaboration, putting each other's pretty much perspective into a love story, in pure love story. I think it was just very complementary, just to have the masculine, feminine energy, and just to create something pure and just timeless,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So it was just us going back to the past and just being within those characters almost, you know.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
So you co-wrote, choreographed, and co-directed Winter Grew Cold. How was your dynamic as a team while creating?
It was well, we had a work relationship, first as a dancer, and she's the choreographer, and then eventually she started bringing me in as like an assistant, and then there was a show that she brought me in to like be an associate choreographer. So we had this relationship for many years, but never on this level. And you know, like she said, it was like the great balance of the masculine and the feminine energy. And I feel like because we work so well together, we bring different things to the table, and it meshes really well together. You know, like sometimes I'll be stuck on something, and she'll come in and say like expand on it, and then vice versa, she'll be stuck in an area where I can't figure out what would be next, and it'll roll off my tongue really easily. So I think we have a great dynamic where we work well together, and there's no ego.
No.
That's
you
good.
know,
Yeah.
every
It's very
idea
harmonious.
is good, you
Yeah.
know, we'll at least listen to it.
You inspire
Yeah.
each other.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
exactly.
No one is taking over with an idea or
But at one point you have to make a final decision. Okay, we're going to do this like this. So
Yes.
you agreed on that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ego is non-existent,
Yeah.
and there's a level of respect that is quite frankly feel really good because you're open to everything, and then you just yeah, it's not difficult. It's free.
Yeah.
It's
Would-
free and it moves on. It's almost like magical, you know, like how the elements comes together, and there's never a bad feeling about just
Great.
yeah.
And so how important was your collaboration with your cinematographer?
Oh, I think that is like key, because if Vinny Randazzo shot this, and if he is on the same page as us, it works so much better. And you know, he's choreographed too. Like he's dancing with the camera. He did a lot of steady camera work, so he's literally dancing with the actors and
Yeah,
in
you
the background.
could feel this. You know, the movement is not stopped. It's like it's like he's
Yes.
following all the
Yes.
movements, and it's
Yeah.
really nice.
Yeah.
And he was very easy to work with as well, and you know, we also listened to his expertise and opinion as well, even though we wanted this particular shot, and he would suggest something else. There was no ego there as well, I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was really able just to propose shots or to propose the way just to film, you know, just the choreography. So that was just really like a good team. The three of us were really just able to open up to new ideas also with his expertise,
Yeah.
he said.
Exactly.
So you work together as a team, and you looked at what he was filming, and then make
Yes.
choices, and then do it again.
We're watching
Yes.
the monitor, watching the playback, and we also were there for a lot of the editing as well.
Yeah, yes.
Which is also a great teamwork as well.
Mhm.
Yeah. Good. And it's a very classic story. Tell us about your casting and also about the collaboration with the poets, you know, the voice in the film, and the musician. I promised her blue eyes, I will never be unkind. That's what he said at one point. The
Mhm.
poet.
Yes.
So tell us more about this relationship with the poet.
Well, after we created the story, Hunter, who wrote the poem, we immediately said, like we both agreed, like, you know, there's something that he has as an actor first. And
He's
then
the young actor in the film.
The young
Hunter.
actor.
Oh, okay.
And there's something that this guy Hunter that we immediately thought of has as an actor, and then we looked at him second as a poet and then as a dancer, and he brought so much to it, and we gave him, you know, told him what the story is, and then we asked him to create a poem about it, and he is amazing at that as well.
I remember Hunter, at the time we were working on this live show all together, Haley, the dancer, Hunter, Desi and I. So we were just constantly working together, and I remember just auditioning Hunter, and we were auditioning for a poet actually, and he came up with this marvelous, vulnerable, genuine poetry, and he was just right there present, a very classic, old-fashioned gentleman actually. And so in my mind, I always knew that he had that, and we didn't really just use his asset at the time on stage. So I really just, it was very, very strongly needed just to have him as the poet and using what he has to offer. And then just the character was so him. Like, so pretty much when we were writing the story, all the characters came and they were all around us pretty much just doing that show. So it was just so easy, and both of them are timeless. Their look, they're so pure, and even in life, they are that. So it was just quite obvious to use them and to use his gift. He's such a gifted poet.
Yes.
Just be yourself.
Yes,
You don't need
exactly.
To act
Yeah,
or anything.
it was no effort to be
Nice.
made, really. Yeah.
Cool. And how long did it take you to complete the film? Where was it shot, and why the 19th century costumes?
Well, we wanted to, again, doing research on Fraganon, which is, we just felt like an older time period would tell the story better, opposed to like someone in modern clothing. And we wanted it to be timeless. We wanted it to, you know, to not really recognize like, oh, that's 1980s or whatever, and to sort of get lost in the story.
Where did you shoot the film?
When?
Where?
It was in Hollywood at a old abandoned lounge that was not being used.
Nice.
Yeah.
It was in the attic, right?
It was an attic,
Oh,
yes.
it was an attic.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It was just all the elements of the location, the costume. I had the costume. Everything just came together like that. It seems like that era was exactly where it needed to be. And then also, Desi and I, we go back. We like to work with eras. The show that we were working on was from the 20s. And then Desi just loved the 1940s.
Yeah.
You know, so we were very in love with going back in time, and so that way, yes, you get lost in the story, you get lost in the actors and the feeling, the essence of what is, and I think it covers pretty much. Then everything, all the elements just come together.
And how long did it take to do the whole film?
To shoot it,
To shoot
or
it?
just shooting it?
Yeah.
One day.
One day?
One very long day,
Yes.
but one day.
One day, and almost 2 years to complete the film.
Yes. But Vinny, the cinematographer, I mean, he was like, you know, he really made it happen. Like, we only have the space for, you know, a certain amount of hours, and we had to keep asking them, like, can we have a couple more hours? But he did wonderful.
Editing is what takes most time. I guess.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And so you're going to be creating more films? Will you work together again? Or?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, yes,
Definitely.
Definitely. It's just, you know, it seems like we're just a good team to explore
Yes.
things.
Yeah, we can see that.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
feel
yeah.
that.
Yeah, and Desi is working as a cinematographer right now. Like, he's working on a craft quite widely. It's
During
nice.
this time of COVID, you know, we've all picked up new skills.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I know a lot of dancers are doing editing now too.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I found another good title for the movie. I think it could be called Parfum de Mémoire.
Ooh, oh,
Nice.
that's perfect.
Well, on this note, thank you,
Yes.
Cati.
Merci beaucoup.
Thank you, Desi. It was
Thank you
very
so
nice
much,
to have
Pierre.
you here.
Yes.
And I think it's time to send the movie. Bonne projection.